That music means we are ready to dine with our food and wine columnist Shiva Reddy. And today we are talking about one of the most beloved dishes of the season, pasta, and how to get started at home. If you're curious about that, Shiva, hello there.
Hi, Gloria.
You are embracing fall because usually you come bouncing in here, and I mean that because you have such enthusiasm when you enter the studio in a summer dress, right? And now you've got a little bit of a, wool cape-like dress on. It's really lovely.
I'm in my Diane Keaton era now. I'm committing to fall.
This is it. It doesn't matter if it's 20 degrees out right now. The calendar says it's fall.
I'm layering.
I love it.
Layers.
I love it. Okay, so today we're talking about pasta. So, I mean, goodness, it does just make me feel like eating some right now with some great sauce on it. But how would you even get started at home if you're curious about making pasta?
Totally. It's where do you even start? Because there's hundreds and hundreds of varieties. So you know what? Let's just get focused. Let's go to northern Italy and look at two pastas that I love so much. One is agnolotti. It's a stuffed pasta. The other one is tagliarine, a very tasty long noodle. Now let's get started with the ingredients. Using 00 flour is the way to go. This flour is quite fine. It'll give a great elasticity to it as well. If you're going for eggs, which you must, use high quality and fresh eggs. You'll need some olive oil, you'll need some salt, and allow for a fair bit of time for the actual dough to rest after you need it. Now, when we're focusing in on the tagliarine noodle, this one is a long hand-cut noodle. This one, it has, as I mentioned, a very high concentration in egg yolk. It kind of has a snappy texture. Here's the thing, though. You need to actually work that dough because otherwise it's going to come out a bit brittle. And you need a sharp knife to cut through that as well. For the world of agnolotti, my gosh, she's yummy. You need to make this dough a little bit more delicate in style. And once again, you're going to have some pretty tasty fillings for it too.
Oh, interesting. So some of it you don't need, it doesn't need to be uniform. You can just use a knife and make whatever shape or thickness you want.
Absolutely.
That's kind of cool. Well, I'm curious about the agnolotti that you just mentioned. What about the stuffed pastas?
Yes, with the agnolotti. So I had to speak with Adam Pegg. He is the chef owner of La Quercia and La Bellottina on the Sunshine Coast. The thing is that he started off as a rugby player and he wanted to keep playing rugby, but, he had to make some money as well. He started cooking and learning, and he became obsessed with pasta production. He also happens to be the mentor of some of the best pasta makers in Canada. And now he was telling me specifically about agnolotti, what it means, where it comes from, and why he loves it so much.
Plin means pinched in dialect in Piemonte, so it's a little pinched ravioli. You put your filling down and roll the pasta over on top of itself, and then you pinch them in between all the pastas. So that's where that name comes from, and it kind of helps just hold a little bit of sauce in there. If I could get a job 40 hours a week just making agnolotti, I would just do that. Something that I've go into a complete zen, and just in the whole process about it, making the dough and making the filling and just standing there making the agnolotti. For sure, that's my favorite. There's not as much skill in that as there is in our tagliarine noodles, but one thing I could just do forever is agnolotti.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love that you can just imagine getting into the zone. You put in a little stuffing and you pinch, and then you pinch, and then you do another one, and probably have some good music playing in the background. Who
some
knows?
wine, maybe?
Well, what's key, and you talked about some of the ingredients, and I thought that was interesting. Just quality ingredients are key. Good fresh eggs, that type of thing, the right type of flour. What about the sauces? What would be the best match for some of the pastas you've mentioned?
Yes, so sauces. Now, when we're looking at the agnolotti specifically, now you have that filled with meat. Traditionally, that would be pork, veal, rabbit. Save the drippings for when you're cooking that, because then you can reduce that down with some meat stock and have something really delicious. Something as well for that would be like a very simple sage butter sauce. For the tagliarine, a traditional porcini mushroom is very famous. Right? Oh, yeah, you're making the face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and imagine some truffles as well. This is iconic. Now, I spoke with one of the best pasta makers on the island, James Frost. It turns out that he's been making pasta for over a decade. He's been doing pop-ups in Victoria called Piano Piano, and it turns out that he will actually be opening up his own spot come December. And I learned that he actually learned from Adam, coincidentally. Have a listen to what he thinks is the best lesson when it comes for sauces.
the sauce is a condiment for the pasta. The dish is about the pasta, and the sauce is merely an accompaniment, a condiment for the pasta, which is an important lesson for a pasta cook to learn. So it shouldn't be like when you're done eating your plate, there should be nothing left on it, really. Maybe a little bit of sauce that you want to soak up with some bread. That's, a key moment. And in the life cycle of a plate of pasta, I always want that, the scarpetta to soak up the sauce with the bread. But there shouldn't be like a mound of sauce left in the plate or like a pool of sauce. If so, you've used too much.
Honestly, that's my favorite part, the bread at the end and mopping up any little bit of sauce left.
I'm not leaving anything on the plate.
No.
I'm not leaving anything on the plate, for sure. Now, for someone who might not have the time to make fresh pasta at home, what about when you're faced with that wall of dried pasta options? I mean, where do you start?
Yeah, so just because it's dry pasta does not mean it's bad. It's actually quite delicious. Now, James actually walked me through how to actually pinpoint what would be a good pasta that is dry, but also what might not work as well. Have a listen.
If it's yellow, it's no good. It means it was extruded at too high of a temperature. And it makes it very brittle and very fragile. So the whole idea with dried pasta is you can really truly cook it al dente. So if it's too fragile, it's not gonna do the thing it's supposed to do. So it should be white in color, and when you're looking at it, it should look like it has a very rough surface, and that's gonna hold the sauce. And if you're reading the label, it should be extruded from a bronze die, and it should be made in Italy.
Oh, well, and don't go for the yellow pasta, because I've seen yellow pasta, bags of yellow pasta.
Yeah,
so go for the
absolutely.
white pasta.
Yeah.
Make sure it's got some, I don't know.
Some texture.
Texture to
For
it.
the sauce to
exactly.
hang on to.
I love that. Okay, so after spending some time talking to the pros, the pasta pros, what was your final takeaway, especially for a beginner pasta maker?
Truly one word, and that's repetition. Repetition is the name of the game. Now, once again, have a listen to James.
He set me up in this little corner in the back of the restaurant, and he was like, just stay here and make agnolotti, and just keep going. He's like, you gotta, because pasta's all about repetition, and you have to just do it for a while before you get good at it. And he was like, I just want you to stay back here and make agnolotti all night. And I was like, oh, really? Like all night? And he was like, that would be, he said, he really said that. He said, that would be my happy place if I could stay back here and make agnolotti all night, but I have to go and kind of run this line. So he's like, enjoy it while you can.
Now, who is he? It was Adam Pegg himself many, many years ago, wanting to just make agnolotti and have people share that joy as well.
Well, have you tried?
Oh my
making
God, it's
agnolotti?
my favorite.
Really?
Oh,
No,
I tried
making
it.
No, eating
Yes,
it. You're
yes.
eating it. You're
I
on
love
the other
eating
end
it.
of things.
Making
Someone else has done the work.
Oh, it's hard. It's very hard. I tried it recently. They came out in so many different shapes, but once again, practice and maybe less wine definitely helps in that
That's
occasion
right.
as well.
Concentrate. Kind of like dumplings, right?
Yeah.
Squeezing the dumpling when makes me think about things like that as well. Well, you've whet our appetite for some pastas, even if it is 20 degrees outside. Shiva, thank you.
Thank you.
That's Shiva Reddy. She is our guide to the world of food and wine, and she joins us every other Monday around this time. Shiva is a sommelier and host of Not Your Butter Chicken. That's now streaming on CBC Gem.